Hi everyone, I'm Jume. Today's video is really special to me because I'm going back to my roots. I'm drawing in Paint Tool SAI again using a screenless tablet, which is kind of wild because I actually started my digital art journey when I was 12 in Paint Tool SAI, and back then I didn't even have a tablet or a mouse. I was literally painting with my laptop's touchpad. I've been using Clip Studio Paint since around 2017, and more recently I switched to an Android tablet with the pen because the screen is too comfortable to deny. But not today. Today I'm going back to this old school setup, and it feels a little awkward at first, but it's very nostalgic and kind of fun. Definitely unlocked my muscle memory like 100%. For this video I drew Cure Summer from Pretty Cure Tropical Rouge, whatever. She's so bright and energetic, and I think me will have loved it. I hope you enjoy watching the process. So I like to start my drawings with a little thumbnail to imagine how the end page will look. But as you can see, I jump straight into the sketch and freehand most of the things. I don't use too many guidelines, and I usually go with the flow for that part. I like to keep my sketching process very fast and not very time consuming because I usually take a lot of time with the coloring and rendering, so I just don't want to add many details to this. For the line art, the struggle was definitely a lot bigger for me because I've gotten too used to my usual brushes and I had to fiddle up with these, edit them a lot, change them a lot, and I still wasn't happy with the result. I like my line art to look very clean and crisp, also I don't like it very thin or very thick. I'm too special about this part because it's kind of my favorite part of drawing, so I'm not very happy with the results. Also, a tip for line art artists: when drawing your line art, do it in multiple layers so you can erase intercepting lines or transfer objects without affecting the whole piece. Here you can see how I struggled a bit with drawing the hands, but usually when I do this, I take a photo of my own hand doing the pose that I need, and then I draw it from the reference or even trace it. Like, it's your hands, you can trace it, come on. I also struggle a bit with the circle because I'm used to having a circle tool in both CSP and IBIS Paint. Okay, here you can see the final line art. I like to airbrush it with a slightly lighter color, and then I went right into coloring. For some reason I thought coloring would be the hardest part because, again, I'm not used to the brushes anymore, but to be honest, it was the most relaxing part and the easiest of all. I think my muscle memory missed this program a lot, even though I'm in pain right now. Back in the day, I used to only do cel shading. I practiced soft shading a bit, but I wasn't good at it, so I dropped it immediately. I also used to make very shaky, ugly lines because I didn't even do vector layers like most mouse artists do. I just freehanded it with my mouse, and my lines ended up looking always so shaky and thin. It was awful. But thankfully I learned from my mistakes and that didn't happen anymore. Okay, here I zoom in so you can see how I draw the eyes. The eyes are usually the most eye-catching thing of my art, and it's the part where I put the most effort, I think, because eyes are very expressive and they can really set the mood to your pieces. So I wanted to make her eyes as lively as possible to showcase her personality. Okay, now you can see the background magically appeared for some reason, but the reason is I forgot to record the background process, so we just roll with it. Now we're going for the rendering and shading, and to be honest, I wanted to keep it very simple. Now you can see I'm coloring the lines to make the drawing look softer. I mostly color the lines around the lightest areas, like the hair and the face. Here I'm coloring the ones on the skin and giving it a few highlights. Paint Tool SAI brushes are very soft and I'm low-key used to that nowadays, so this wasn't as much of a struggle as I thought it would be. Definitely was a lot more enjoyable than the line art. I also think I was getting used to this program again, so this was my favorite part of all. You can see the shading is very minimal, but the soft effects makes it really stand out. I also add a couple of highlights and call it a day. It's a bit sad because drawing Paint Tool SAI used to be the highlight of my day. I was dying to come home from middle school and just start drawing, but now it feels like such a chore. I've gotten so used to commodities like a screen tablet or better art programs like Clip Studio Paint, but to be honest, back then I was just happy to draw. Like any program, any tools, anything I had, I was just happy. And I really miss that sentiment a lot, but I do not miss my art from those days. I feel like I've improved miles. But then again, it's been like 9 years, so if I didn't improve anything, I better just dump this hobby of mine and become, I don't know, a tractor worker or something. Alright, so now this is the final product. It's actually kinda cute. I'm not disappointed how it looks. I thought it would be way more chaotic than it was, and I thought it would turn up much uglier than it actually is. I give it an 8 out of 10. But the struggle I had going back to Paint Tool SAI, I don't know if that's worth it. I'm not sure if I should just use it more and go back to those days. Like, eventually I will just get a grasp of it and become better again. Or just stick to my Clip Studio Paint and call it a day. Anyways, let me know what you think. I'm so grateful for you to watch my video. And let me know if you like the voiceover, because this is actually my first one. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Bye!